2nd through April the 8th. This is a general reading, guys. If you would like a personal reading, the information is below, or there are links on the video either before or after. This is for your sun, moon and rising. You'll also find links to the other videos below to check out your sun, moon and rising, so you can get a full picture of what's going on. Thank you guys for liking, for sharing, for commenting. I read every comment, and for subscribing if you haven't already. I'm really excited. I'm nearly at 3,000. So let's make that happen, shall we, this week? Thank you so much. And I've started a Patreon page. Please check out my Patreon page. It's another way to support me if you like. And without, I just wanted to mention there's more going on in the middle of the month astrologically, but okay, so astrologically we have Mars conjunct Saturn at 8 degrees of Capricorn. Now that goes exact on the 2nd. Mars is the planet of, it's known as the man of war, right? So it can be very combative, but it's very forging forward. It's like rushing in. It's like the knight, right? Rushing in. And Saturn is like, hold up, stop. And people are kind of afraid of Saturn because it's known as the, planet of accidents and the planet of lessons, right? That's because it's trying to slow you down, and it's always for the better. So where you have that urge to rush in, Saturn's like, oh, no, don't. Now, if you can work those energies together, right, get up and go. And of course, Saturn is in Capricorn. So Capricorn has the tenacity and the determination to carry things through. So, this could really work for you. Long-term plans. That's what you need to make this week, is long-term plans. Like really see the end game and, down the line, and make those plans. This is a perfect time because then you can take steps to get there. And this energy will really help you. So darling, let's co-create. Let's work with these energies. So without further ado, let's go to your cards. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for April the 2nd through April the 8th. And the first card that comes up for you is the Page of Pentacles. She's a messenger, and she's bringing in some good news. She's bringing in an opportunity for you. You're really going to hear this, and it could be money that's coming in. Now, clarifying it is the 9 of Airs. So I have a feeling that you are not believing in this opportunity. You're not believing in it, and it's almost like you're in the, well, what if it's this? What if it's, you're not trusting that this is a good opportunity. This is what you need to do, right? This is the drama queen card. This is in your head going over and over and over again, the worst case scenario. So you're not going to, it's almost like this is going to stop you from getting this opportunity, from acting on it or accepting it. The only way to stop this, right, is come out of, you've got to meditate. You've got to clear your mind. This is the monkey brain. You've allowed the crazy, you've let the lunatics take over the asylum. That's what you've done. This is like the crazy part. Look, we are not our brains. We are not. Our spiritual essence is not our brain. So sometimes the brain takes over and we identify with that. But when we meditate, we can separate ourselves from it. And then we get clarity. And then our mind starts to work instead of that brain, darling, that physical brain. So the next card that comes up for you is the Strength card. And this is definitely self-discipline, darling. This is like you've got to really, you've got to change that whole, you've got to clear the mind. You've got to really control yourself. You've got to bring yourself into alignment in the present moment. And that's self-discipline. Because otherwise you'll miss the opportunity if you're up in your head, the worst case scenario. And this is like, this is self-control. This is in the moment, self-control, so that you can enjoy what you have. And then you've got the 5 of fire. I feel like there's a lot of conflict going on. Now, I feel like it's an internal conflict for you, Capricorn. I feel like you really have an internal conflict going on. You've got the 5 of fire going on, and it's like you're all over the place in your head, and it's like it's blocking you. It's blocking you from moving forward. It's blocking you for seeing the opportunities that you have. Now, you have the death card has come in. Don't freak out, guys. Don't freak out. Look at see, it's death and rebirth, right? That's what this is. There's the death and there's the rebirth. This is the new you. So it's almost like, and this is internal. This is an internal transformation. So you're being asked right now to completely change the way you view life, the way you perceive it, the way you think. Let go of the old paradigms, and look, look what's clarifying it. You've got the 8 of fire, and you've got the Queen of Earth. 2 of them fell out for this. Now, the 8 of fire is things are happening really fast, and it's passionate. So, you know, you have to change. You've got to drop those old belief systems. You've got to drop those old paradigms, and you've got to really come out of your head. That worst case scenario. You know, I feel like you've got this internal conflict, constantly fighting with yourself. So it's almost like you can't even make a decision because you're constantly conflicted, right? So the Queen of Earth, Gaia, darling, she's Gaia. Nature, get out in nature. Nature heals. Really, look, she's about abundance. She's about, but this, I'm really getting that things are going really fast for you, and you need to just take a day in nature. Have you ever meditated next to a tree? Just, oh, so powerful. You know, when you, look, when you go barefoot in the soil or the sand, your feet are receptors, right? And when you go barefoot on the planet, you know, the electrodes from the electrons from the planet come up, and they're healing. We heal each other. We heal the planet, and the planet heals us. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. So you are being called to go into nature, and that's for your, you know, listen, you need to get rid of this. You know, this needs to die. And you need to come alive, darling. You need to, the only way to stop that internal conflict is meditation. Connect with source energy. But I'm telling you, right now, you are really being called to nature. Go out, go to the country for a day. You know, go to a park if you can't go to the country. You know, if you're in a city, there's always usually a big park to go to. You know, maybe you have a backyard. I don't know. But be with nature, wherever it is. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email mary@liveinthesolution.com.